Hey guys, this week is Rise Up, and I think I've got it all figured out. My kids are sleeping so peacefully, and I'm gonna make them rise up out of their beds. Let's wake up some kids. Come on. That's one kid that's risen up. Let's wake up another. Come on, Remy. Rise and shine! We said rise up to 2 kids. Let's say it to a third. Rise up! Rise up! Rise up, kid! Rise up! We said rise up to 3 kids. Now it's time to say rise up to 1 mommy. Ready, kids? On the count of 3. Pull those covers. 1, 2, 3.
Rise up! What are you guys doing?
Get her, kids! Rise up, mommy!
Rise! Hi, Mr. B.
I've totally figured out this whole rise up thing. You know, it's like, rise and shine, you little dumplings. Time to get up and at 'em.
No, Mr. B, I don't think that's what we're referring to this week.
It sure is. In fact, I just showed the kids the top ways to wake people up in the morning.
Okay, they're not possibly loud and annoying.
No way. They're not possibly loud and annoying. They're totally loud and annoying.
Oh, Mr. B, this rise up is different. This rise up is when God restores us to our relationship with Him through Jesus. It's called restoration.
Oh, yeah, that is totally different than what I was doing. I should probably go apologize to my kids later.
Yeah, and maybe your wife?
Yeah, definitely my wife too. Oh boy.
Actually, what I'm thinking about is, let me show you a video. It's on power washing. Have you ever seen it?
No, I haven't.
It is so cool. So they take this high-powered machine and they wash down things that are dirty and old, and they restore them to their original condition.
Well, let's check it out.
Mr. B, our sin is messy and it gets in the way and it just continues to grow and get worse. And the biggest problem is that it separates us from God. But God sent Jesus down to earth, and Jesus restores our relationship by dying for us and then by rising again so that we can be restored to that relationship with God the Father again.
That is some great news. And that power washing video was amazing. I need to get myself a power washer. See you later.
Oh, be careful, Mr. B. They're really strong.
Jesus revealed himself again to the disciples by the Sea of Tiberias, and he had revealed himself in this way. Simon Peter, Thomas, Nathanael of Cana in Galilee, the sons of Zebedee, and 2 other of his disciples were together. Simon Peter said to them, "I'm going fishing." They said to him, "We will go with you." They went out and got into the boat, but that night they caught nothing. Just as the day was breaking, Jesus stood on the shore. Yet the disciples did not know that it was Jesus. Jesus said to them, "Children, do you have any fish?" They answered him, "No." He said to them, "Cast the net on the right side of the boat, and you will find some." So they cast it, and now they were not able to haul it in because of the quantity of fish. The disciple whom Jesus loved therefore said to Peter, "It is the Lord." When Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he put on his outer garment for he was striped for work, and threw himself into the sea. The other disciples came in the boat, dragging the net full of fish, for they were not far from the land, but about 100 yards off. When they got out on land, they saw a charcoal fire in place, with fish laid on it and bread. Jesus said to them, "Bring some of the fish that you have just caught." So Simon Peter went aboard and hauled the net ashore, full of large fish, 153 of them. And although there were so many, the net was not torn. Jesus said to them, "Come and have breakfast." Now none of the disciples dared ask him, "Who are you?" They knew it was the Lord. Jesus came and took the bread and gave it to them, and so with the fish. This was now the third time that Jesus was revealed to the disciples after he was raised from the dead.
Mess up, fess up, clean up, rise up, step up. And this week we're focusing on the rise up. Professor T showed us that incredible video of the power washer, taking something that's old and grimy and restoring it to its original form. And that's what God does for us. God the Father, who is holy and without sin, cannot be by sin. We are messy. We're sinful. So God couldn't be by us. That's why he sent his son Jesus to die and rise for us to be forgiven people. We learned about that last week with the cleanup. And as restored creations, we can now be reconnected with God the Father. You know, another thing about that power washer, it reminds me of another powerful water, the waters of our baptism. And when we rise up out of those waters of our baptism, that's God's way of saying, "You are my children, restored and made clean," so that now we can go out into the world, restored as his creation, and rise up. Rise up, whoop, whoop, rise up, whoop, whoop, rise up, whoop, whoop, rise up, whoop, whoop, rise up.
Rise up.